Yo, what is up? So I finally got a pair of these Greaves to drop right here, the Penitent Greaves, and these are not the best roll for it as far as like the movement speed and cold resistant. The affixes and stuff could have been higher on it, but I finally got them to drop. In order to get these to drop, you do need to be in tier 3 or 4. They will not drop in tier 1 or 2. So once you play the campaign and progress through the capstone dungeon, then, you can get these. They are random drops. But what makes these boots so powerful, if you're on a dungeon, if you look right here at the aspect on it, you leave behind a trail of frost that chills enemies. You deal 9% more damage to chilled enemies. So once you chill an enemy or even freeze them in combination with, now I use Blizzard. So as I'm running, I'm leaving this trail of this cold trail behind me, but I'm also casting Blizzard like right in front of me as I go. So behind me, when I run past it, I have just shards dropping from the sky. And I'll go outside of the town here and show you what I mean. And maybe we can find a couple enemies and you see how it works. It works better in a dungeon compared to like the open world, because what'll happen is like they'll chill and then they will freeze once they get hit with a couple of those shards. And when they freeze, those ice shards from the blizzard that are dropping down will start ricocheting off of them, and then you start getting all these damage multipliers and stuff. So like I can run through a dungeon, clear it out, and then run back through and then just pick up piles of gold everywhere. Like literally just stacks of gold will go back. It's like I killed like 14 treasure goblins or something. But this is how it works right here. If you have, I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. So we're gonna play wherever this takes me to. Maybe it takes me to a dungeon. Let me see. It doesn't, but you can see the trail of cold right here dropping behind me, and then I'm just dropping Blizzard as I run, and then we can run back and we'll see if it dropped any. It didn't drop any gold with the billy goats here, but it is definitely chilling them and putting that effect on them. And I do so much damage with my particular build, which is as a Frost Mage. But you see the cold trail here that it leaves behind. Now, obviously, I could get a better roll when I level up a little bit more, whatnot. But yeah, it's definitely really good. And if you are playing as a cold or a Frost Spell Sorcerer, it's one that I highly recommend you, checking out this combination of these Penitent Greaves with the Blizzard. Even if you're not using all cold spells, it's really effective, or I feel it is anyway. This is my main build. I've played the same exact build since day one. Nothing has really changed other than, a few things on my skill tree, as an example, like where, maybe I have 7 out of 5 because I got gear that gives me a +1 or something like that, or I got like a +1 here or whatever. That's the only thing that really has changed, just me adding gear that gives me +1. But I've had the same build since the early access to the game. I had it 3-4 days early, whatever, because I pre-ordered. But yeah, this is my same build. And I do have a build guide. I'll link it in the description. But definitely, if you get these boots and you're playing as a sorcerer and you're using code spells, definitely check them out in combination with Blizzard when you run through some of these nightmare dungeons, because you'll be like, wow, it's crazy, like the damage that it does, especially when you start getting all the the multipliers and modifiers for damage that you can do against like chilled or frozen enemies. I do like boosted damage against both of them. And then, especially when you get into the Paragon tree, I really don't have, I haven't gotten that far into it, but you see right here, like you can deal damage to vulnerable enemies and stuff. And then you got over here, let me see, I think there is another somewhere on here. I think maybe not. I thought there was one of these that, oh yeah, right here, the winner. Whenever you chill an enemy, you deal 3% multiplicative increased cold damage for 10 seconds, up to 15%. I don't have all the decks for it to get the bonus, but I can get it up to 15% once I, get those different requirements. But yeah, so like as you start progressing, and leveling up and, filling out your Paragon tree and whatnot, you definitely will start doing more and more damage. Like, it's weird because as I played with Barbarian, I never felt like I was really that strong at the same rate. I know Barbarian is really strong in the late in game, and then it's kind of the opposite for the Sorcerer, but like the Sorcerer is the most popular build in Diablo, so I just have a feeling like the devs are not going to let that stay that way. I have a feeling like when you get over level 82, they're going to do something maybe season 1 or maybe even season 2 to where the Sorcerer is not going to be so weak at the very late game like it currently is now. But so far, yeah, right here at level like 63, 64, I'm able to do nightmare dungeons like 72, 75, stuff like that. 10, 11, 12, run through them without dying, barely taking any damage, and just wiping them out. Like, not one tapping everything like the elites or anything like that, but, maybe 2, 3 tapping them like with ice shards and stuff. But yeah, it's definitely a strong build and something fun. I play this with every game, the Ice Mage or Sorcerer with cold spells and stuff, whether it's Elden Ring, Diablo 3, PoE, Last Epoch, etc. But anyway, just wanted to talk about these boots and using them in combination with Blizzard. Definitely give them a look if you have a chance to get them to drop for you. If you have any other questions about this build, feel free to leave it down below. I'm out. Peace.